the Digital Marketing Bootcamp. This is Jay Kubasek here with co-founder Stuart Ross, and today we're going to talk to you about this concept of digital marketing. We're going to assume you've heard nothing about this, you know nothing about it. We're going to put it to you in our terms by learning digital marketing as a skill set, almost like riding a bike, learning a language, learning how to swim. Digital marketing is a skill set that once you learn, you have it for life. And in the previous video, I mentioned our students earning in excess of $50 million online in the last few years. Well, this is how they've done that. What I want to share with you is how to profit from it, because we're at the ground floor of a massive, massive mega trend, and we're about 5 years into that mega trend, and most people haven't woken up to it yet. So the goal here with this presentation is to give you the context for that conversation so you understand where it's come from, how we got to where we are, and where it's going. The first half of the presentation is kind of the history, the last 100 years of how we've got to where we are, or where we were about 5 years ago, and then the current state of the economy, and then the opportunity that exists. So there's actually 3 parts to what I'm going to talk about. So in the 1800s, this was marketing. A town crier was the guy who announced in the town center the news. And basically, if you were within earshot of his bullhorn, you got the message. And if you weren't within earshot, you had to rely on somebody who was within earshot of somebody else who was within earshot, so on and so forth. So information and marketing and messaging and news in general traveled slower. Then in the first part of the 20th century, print advertising became really popular. Billboards, huge signages that were fixed onto buildings. And these worked 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And once they were on the wall, anybody driving by, as long as it was light out, could see them. So outdoor advertising really revolutionized marketing. Then print media came. Newspapers, namely, and daily journals were the primary form of marketing and also the primary way of information being shared. So that gives people a much broader way to reach a lot more people with a lot more leverage. The transistor radio changed everything a few years after that, because there, all of a sudden, space and physical location that line was severed. You know, me saying something here can be disseminated to 1 million people simultaneously. That changed everything. It wasn't long after that until television came along. And television incorporated a whole different level of communication because it brought the family together. So instead of just going to the radio to get information, now the family was gathered around it, around the television. Or the telly, is that what you call it here? It pulled them in. The programming pulled them in with entertainment. And then that created an opportunity to advertise or to market to the entire family through TV commercials. And you can see here how in less than 100 years, how we've gone from one-on-one communication or relying on one-on-one communication to mass media and broadcast media. And then, not too long ago, Al Gore invented the internet. So Al Gore invented the internet, Steve Jobs invented the computer. Voila. Here we are. The digital age, right? The digital economy.